guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Katie and I'm a stay-at-home mama of 4. I also run the budget shop Purple Glimmer Budgets, which is where you can find a lot of the products that I use in my videos. You can find my shop on Etsy or also on my website, PurpleGlimmerBudgets.com. My husband and I are an attorney to pay off a lot of our high interest debt using the cash stuffing method as a way to control our expenses. If this is something you'd like to follow along with, just keep watching. In today's video, I'm going to be cash stuffing my wallets and then some savings challenges for what I should have cash stuffed last week when we were gone and away for the funeral. I decided to just go ahead and split up last week and this week for my cash stuffing because 1, I haven't cash planned for this week, so I don't even know what I want to add into it. And 2, it was just easier because I had actually prepped my cash for the cash stuffing of that week like Friday before, which would have been when pay was anyways. I just hadn't gotten around to filming it. And then I also cash prepped my month ahead and then my $2 Tuesday. So literally when I was filming the $2 Tuesday yesterday, I just had to grab that. And then for this, I just had to grab this as well. So I'm like, you know what? It's good to go. We're set. I'm just going to go ahead and catch up. We have a crazy buffer in our bank account right now in preparation of my husband potentially losing his job. So I knew that it wouldn't hurt us doing it this way, because I do like more of like a hybrid cash stuffing method. I use the psychology of cash stuffing of me having to physically touch all of the cash. So that way it kind of like tells me, okay, this is not good. You're running low and stuff. I mean, I don't necessarily get the instant benefit that you would if you were spending directly in cash, but it does work when it goes into planning the next time. And when I'm making the decisions on the purchases, I do think about that because like sometimes I'll be like, I want to go out to eat. And I'm like, I think we've gone really crazy on eating out. So let's calm it down. So that causes my eating out to not spiral super crazy out of control, because there were times before this cash budgeting that we could easily spend $800 a week in eating out. So I guess that's a little bit of an exaggeration. I would say more like $500 to $700. Maybe 800 isn't too big of a stretch. I don't know. We would just eat out all the time, go really expensive and stuff. So this has definitely reined that back. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into this. I should have, I think it's like 1,326 here. So let's go ahead and count this and then make sure that it's all available, or not that it's all accounted for. And then we will get into stuffing it into various binders. This is just a very small amount of binders that it'll be stuffed into. I have a huge stack over here. I want to get like a cute, like tray or something that I can like stack them into. I just haven't gotten around to doing that. So anyways, let's count this. So 100, 200, 53, 54, 20, 40, 60, 85. I like to do stacks of 500 because it kind of keeps me not as like all over the place. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 26. Perfect. So it's all here. So let me go ahead and just get them in their various slots in the cash tray. How you guys doing? I hope everyone is doing fine. I'm slowly trying to get back on track and kind of get my head back together from everything. So I appreciate everyone commenting on my videos. They definitely help me. Like as far as I love reading them. So regardless of whether they're helping push my videos out, just reading them in general helps me a lot. I read your comments on my cash condensing and other videos that I posted before we went to the funeral, like as we were driving, and those definitely kind of like lifted my spirits, which was awesome. And then I wanted to get back into filming this week, so I filmed my month ahead Monday and $2 Tuesdays, and those comments have been so sweet and so amazing, so I definitely appreciate those. So I'm just like, I was thinking as I couldn't sleep this morning, I'm like, I want to film. Also, today is a snow day for our kids, so I have all 4 kids at home. My husband's also not feeling the best, so he's not going to be going to the office today, so he's home. So it's all kinds of fun over here. So I'm like, let me get down here and film while no one else is up and get that taken care of. And then I'm like, what do I want to do? Because I was trying to decide, did I want to just group 2 weeks of income in and do that? I'm like, no, how about you film for Wednesday, which I'm filming this on Wednesday, last week's cash stuffing. Thursday, I'll film last week's cash unstuffing. Friday, I'll do this week's cash stuffing. And then like maybe Saturday, film the cash unstuffing. That's my plan. Life happens, so I might not stick to it, but I'm going to try. So, and then somehow this week I need to put in there my giveaway announcement winner. So yeah, lots to come this week, hopefully. So anyways, let's go ahead and get stuffing these envelopes. I'm just really excited to kind of get back into things. And yeah, so let's get going. The purple one's usually pretty easy. Now with us going out of town, I don't know that I actually stuffed it properly, so it'll be interesting on the unstuffing, but I'll kind of make it work. So I have in here that I was only stuffing 80. I don't think I knew at the time that when the funeral was, I actually don't think he had not passed away when I was cash planning either. So I think that was kind of what was going on, because his uncle ended up passing away on the 1st, which, so I cheated on my iPad that I have my cash planning sheet over here. So it looks like, I think if I'm reading the calendar correctly, the 1st was Saturday. So I had cash planned, I think Thursday or Friday. I think it was Friday is when I cash planned. So we knew his uncle wasn't doing the best and that it was going to be any day now, because they ended up taking him off of life supportive measures and stuff. And we're transitioning into just kind of keeping him comfortable in his last days, moments of life. And so we knew it was coming. But at that point I didn't know when it was going to happen. So that's why this is off. So I have 20, 40, 60, 81, 5, 6, 106. So I was not taking into consideration the trip to Minnesota. So this is probably a little bit low. I don't know why I had it be that low, but anyway, I think it was, I don't know what I was thinking here. We'll figure it out tomorrow when I try and unstuff, if that's what happens. So groceries has nothing. It's getting its normal 200. I have no idea where we're going to be at this. I mean, I guess this would have been for the week that's already happened. I don't remember going grocery shopping yet. I've got to go through all of the different apps that we normally spend on and kind of pull all of our spending together. So your guess is as good as mine at this point. Eating out's also getting 200. I hope and think that we stayed below that, but again, we'll find out. I have been really stressed over this whole that last bit of month or whatever. My husband's been home on medical leave due to some issues, and that's been stressful because having him home causes the kids to act differently and then makes it harder for me to do my job sometimes. So yeah, it's been fun. And then spending is getting 50, so 20, 40, and then 50. So I think spending is all gone yet. Spending is kind of like a buffer category. A lot of times I'll steal from it to put towards eating out. 10, if you can't tell, I like food. And so when I'm stressed, I eat a lot, which is funny because when my husband's stressed, he doesn't like to eat. So he's been really stressed and he's like lost 25 pounds and I've been really stressed. I'm like, I swear your weight's gone on me. So it's been crazy. I need to definitely work on myself. Just hoping for his situation to resolve and then I can kind of like start doing that. There's just too much going on for me to shift my focus to that. Anyways, going to personal care, it's getting 20. So we have 24, it looks like, in personal care. And then household is getting 20. So 20, 40, 50, 5, 6, 56. And then clothing is getting 50. There will be a lot of spending out of this because I had to buy clothes for the funeral for everyone but my husband. So I have 20, 40, 50, 61. So $261. That should definitely cover everyone's funeral clothes that I spent. Because I went on Amazon and I got some, I thought were pretty affordable clothes. I had to get both my girls black dresses. I got my boys a black polo and then black dress pants because I don't think they have dress pants, and even if they did, my boys like to blow holes in their knees, and I didn't want them to show up to the funeral with holey pants. So, and then I didn't have anything because I live in leggings and like random t-shirts, so I had to buy myself some like black dress pants. So yeah. And then kids is getting 50. So let's see what we have in here. It looks like kids got emptied for some reason, so we have 50 there. And then pet care is getting 20. So 20. So we have 131. We ended up having to like take our younger dog to the vet like last minute because we didn't realize that his rabies tag had expired, which was crazy because like literally the week before, the vet was calling me to schedule their dental appointments and made no mention of the fact that the rabies was coming due. So the only reason I knew about that is because I went to try and schedule with our dog sitter, and they flagged for vaccination expiration. And so like one dog was fine and one dog was not fine. So I sent it through on the other dog and let them know, hey, I'm getting the other dog in for the vaccine before you guys actually come. I just can't schedule this, and I need to know if you guys can take care of them or not. So they were good. They were cool. They said, yeah, we can definitely do that. So my husband ended up being off work that week again for his issues, and so we ran our dog Marshall to the vet and got his rabies vaccine. So they are on like a wellness plan with their vet, so I don't think it ended up costing us anything. So I might potentially steal from this a little bit when I am unstuffing for the pet sitting for the funeral. We will see, but this has a pretty decent amount, and I had bumped it up to what it had been because our older dog Buster was getting Librela injections, which is for arthritis, but then those kind of stopped working. So now I'm trying like this glucosamine and chondroitin supplement to see if that works. So we don't have quite as much expense flowing through this as we had. So this might be an option for me to steal from. Otherwise, it can come out of our vacation, even though it wasn't really a vacation. Anyways, moving on. Car maintenance is getting 10. I might need to like bump this down because I'm still like stuffing at the level that I was stuffing when we had both car washes. So 20, 30, 40, 5, 6, 7, 8. But we might end up getting the car wash put back on the new car, that my new car. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, we did end up trading in my old van. It's not old, it was actually my van we traded in was newer than the Expedition that we traded it for, but the Expedition just makes more sense for our situation. I was traumatized when I got stuck at the edge of my driveway in the snowplow mound, and so I knew after that, I'm like, I'm done. I want a car that has 4-wheel drive, so that way I don't have to like be reliant on the amazingness of my neighbors. I mean, my neighbors are amazing and I'm so grateful for that, but I would just hate to be in a situation where I get stuck and I can't do anything and I have to wait for my husband to come and help because he usually works a decent distance away. Right now, his current job is about an hour away. So I'm like, I need 4-wheel drive. And so we knew that we wanted to trade my car in and get a 4-wheel drive vehicle within like the next year or so is what I was giving us. But there was just something that was telling me to look into getting a car that day when we ended up trading it. And we were originally thinking we wanted an Explorer, but I got to thinking, I'm like, you know what? We had an Explorer and that's what we traded for the first Expedition we got because it was too small. I'm like, I'm the one that usually has the kids most of the time, and we kind of got the Expedition because it was a better situation for our kids versus the Explorer. So I'm like, you know what? Let me look at Expedition and see, because I'm like, I've driven the Expedition that we had traded the Explorer on a few times, and it's not been completely horrible. I'm like, I think I can probably handle it. So I'm like, let me just go look and see what's out there. Well, then I got to looking and I found like a perfect vehicle that fit everything that we were looking for, the features that we like to have, and it was within like our year range we were acceptable with and mileage. And so we ended up going later that day with my husband being off to look at it, and everything just lined up. We got a better interest rate than I ever hoped for because we had traded his Explorer in on an Expedition a few months ago, like in September, and we got a significantly lower rate. We had gotten a rate 2% less than what we got on his first expedition. So, and it's not like his credit had like jumped or anything. I know interest rates have come down since then, but yeah, so that completely shocked us. The payment is less than what my payment was on my Pacifica, even though the interest rate is higher. It's because the value of the expedition used was significantly less than what we paid on the Pacifica. I'm also not going into this like being payment driven and stuff like that. I understand that we had been paying on my Pacifica for 4 years and we didn't have that much longer left to pay, and now we have a brand new term on the expedition. I'm fully aware of that situation. I just know that we normally have a car payment all the time because we get antsy and end up trading our cars in before the payoff, and so we've never really gone without a car payment. Now that we have vehicles that should be able to like last our situation pretty well going into the future, it's possible that once both of these expeditions get paid off that we still keep them because they should still be running at that point. But I also know how we are. Again, you might be one that feels cars need to be bought in cash because of its appreciation asset and stuff like that. However, our wants and desires, we're okay with having a car payment, and we have been able to afford it, so it works for us. So anyways, that's a little spiel catching you guys up on us having a new car if you didn't see yesterday's video. So long story to say that we probably will end up getting a car wash subscription on my new expedition. It's new to me, it's not new. They're actually both the same year. The first one we got is one trim level higher than what I ended up getting, but that's okay because honestly the two features it's lacking are two features that I didn't care about. We have a green and a blue one. Our green one, which is the first one we got, it has the DVD players in the backs of the two front seats, which I hate because all it does is cause a fight between our kids. So I did not want that. And then the green one also has like massaging seats. I mean, it's good and all, but honestly, when I'm driving, I don't really want that anyways. So that's all that it's missing. But again, long story just to say that back when we had the Pacifica, our youngest, she liked to always ride in the expedition. Well, now they're basically the same to her, so she doesn't care. So we'll probably be driving them pretty well equal because like it's no big deal to send my husband with the expedition to like go get gas if he's working in Missouri for cheaper gas, because it's like literally driving in the same car. So I anticipate us being able to utilize the car wash subscription a lot more often now that they're basically the same car than we would before, because we kind of favored driving the expedition previously, but now we have two to choose from. So anyways, lawn care is getting 20. So now I have 80 started for lawn care, and then that is everything there. And then let's see, this one has car tags and it's $10. And so we have 100, 200, 20, 40, 50, 60. So 260, which that should definitely be plenty because we, when we traded in my car, my tags were set to expire in May, I think. And so we could like transfer them, but it just didn't make sense. It was not worth the money to transfer them and then have to go renew them. So we just got new plates. So I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about the car tags for my vehicle this year, because that got taken care of within the paperwork, which then means it's then in our financing agreement. So I won't have to unstuff it from here, but it's a good start for next year. And then I might be able to stop stuffing this. We will see. So memberships is getting 5. So we're at 15. And then birthdays is getting 20, which I can tell you right now, we have plenty for this. So we have 100, 200, 20, 5, 6, 7, 8, because our son is the next birthday, and he was wanting like SWAT toys because he's really into SWAT, but like everything I've like been trying to find, none of it really looks quality. And his grandma's getting him like a SWAT dress up, and I'm like, that's plenty of SWAT, because he also just got a bunch of like SWAT sets for Christmas. They weren't really SWAT, they were like more army, but that was acceptable to him. And I'm just like, you already have a lot and you don't really need more. So he was fine with getting cash, because his first thing that he wanted is he just wanted cash. I'm like, that's fine, I will put cash in a card for you to open, but I'm gonna then take that cash from you because we're gonna put it into your bank account. So I'm just gonna be transferring it from our bank account to your bank account, but you could hold it momentarily. And so he didn't think that was that exciting. So I think that's why he tried to switch to toys. I think he genuinely does want the cash. He just wants to hold on to it. But the problem is I've seen what he's done with it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna let you lose a decent amount of cash. So we're gonna get that into your bank account for safekeeping. So I think that's what we're gonna do. So I think, well, I won't say it on here because he might end up watching this, because I know that he's still subscribed. He was waiting for me to hit 1,000 to like unsubscribe from me, but then, and he kept like bothering me. He's like, can I unsubscribe? I'm like, I don't care, you can do whatever. Because I told him like, don't unsubscribe right when I hit 1,000 and drop me below. And then like once I got to like 1,010, I'm like, that's fine, you can unsubscribe. He's like, no, I'm gonna stay subscribed. So I don't want him to like listen to this and like hear how much he's getting. So I want it to be a little bit of a surprise when he opens. So we're on vacation. This is like our biggest sinking fund, because we do a lot of vacationing and we do 100. So 20, 40, 60, 81. Vacation is very important to my husband, so we do definitely prioritize it, and it just works for us. So that may not be a large expense for your budget, and that's fine. Everyone's budget is their same. It's whatever things that they emphasize and prioritize and stuff, and there's no one right way. So 1,000, 500, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1634 towards vacation. And then gifts is getting 20, which there will be some of this coming out because my mom just had her birthday, and I'm glad to know that we have enough to cover that. So 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60. So 360. So we took her out to Red Robin the day after we got back from the funeral. So that was nice to see her. So that was good. I'm gonna go ahead and take these off camera, and then we'll work on these. So these are some of my savings challenge binders. This is the first set I'm gonna bring on camera and work through these. So, and I just realized I don't have one of my binders available, but I'll go grab that in a little bit. So I don't stuff these denominations through any like cash stuffings. I stuff them when I have leftover funds in my spending wallet. So we won't be stuffing those, but I will stuff this, and it's getting 10. And I've been saying how I plan on, hold on, let me grab my markers, starting a new 50-week challenge, and that's still my intention. Actually, I don't want to use this one. I want to use this one. I was going to catch it up so that way it ends at the last week of the year, and I still think I'm going to do it. I just haven't had a chance to like go through everything to see which one. I guess that was the one I wanted. Or I think I just grabbed the same one that I put back. Yeah, anyways, so I have $510 here. So I got to figure out which one I want to do this year. I want to try, I think, and step it up to the $20 one. We will see. And then once I put it in here, I'm going to count up the weeks that I have already stuffed for the year, and then we'll catch it up so that way it ends at the very end of the year, which I thought would be fun. So this one more, and then this one will be done. And so then we'll pull it and put it somewhere. I don't know where. We'll find out when. So this one's done. And then, is this the next one? Yes, this is the next one. So this is my like lifestyle binder, I kind of call it. So it's like a lot of things just in normal life that we are saving for. And so Swim Lessons is getting 25. So let me mark off one of those, and then we'll count. So 20 and then 5. I need to start stalking the website of the swim lessons to find out when they open up and then potentially start signing them up. So we have 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 900, and then 20, 40, 60, 75. So 975. So we're 25 away from being able to get a $1,000 placeholder. So that'll be exciting in my next cash condensing. It's always fun when I get to put $1,000 placeholders into my various categories. And then dental, I am starting this fresh, and this is for 1,250. This is some dental work that I had done recently that I've been kind of slacking on adding into my wallet. So we have to get this saved up by the end of the year. And I think I'm just doing 25. Yes, just doing 25. So I repurposed this one. You can kind of see a little bit of like the staining, but it came clean pretty well because this had been sitting because I had collected all of my trackers that I had saved last year, and I did like a fun reveal of how much money did I save through savings challenges last year. And so that was sitting around for a significant period of time, like months, fully colored in. So I'm actually quite impressed with how little staining and how much I was able to get off. I could have probably got it fully clean, but I lost patience and I'm like, it's good enough for me. So glasses is getting 20. It's been a while since I filled out my cash planning sheet, so I have to look over there quite often when it comes to like these different savings challenges. So that's fine. And then this has 100, 200, 340 towards glasses, which is awesome. So then these are this one's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that out of the way. I thought this one was done, but nope, I haven't stuffed it yet. So let's go ahead and get to stuffing it. Let me put this envelope back in. There we go. So for our sunsped, it looks like I dialed it back just to stuff one. So it looks like we're actually gonna get this paid off pretty on time. So let's see here. Let's mark this off. And then we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 10, 20, and then 500 is what we'll end up paying off. And then carpet, it's just getting 30. So 20 and then 30. Okay. So we have 1,000, 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 40, 60, 70. So 470. I'm just gonna pretend like I know that that's right. I don't know that it is right, but I will figure it out during condensing. And if it's wrong, I will adjust accordingly. Okay, so washer and dryer is getting 50, I think. No, washer and dryer is getting skipped because I realized that I am stuffing this way too fast. So I decided to take a break this week. I think I'm also taking a break on the bathroom remodel, which that is fine. And then the outdoor furniture is getting stuffed. It's getting 25. Okay. So 25. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 40, 550. So 450. And I don't think I marked anything out. So let's do that. And that is good. And then the sofa is also getting 30. So 20, 30. And then this is what I've been using. I'm glad that I decided to just go ahead and film like 1 week at a time because I'm looking at the timing and it looks like this is going to be a long video. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. So 480. So that is good. Let me see if I have the binder that I need. I keep forgetting about this one because it's so much bigger. So I really think that when I get some spare time, I'm going to switch this to the smaller version, which kind of bums me out because I like literally made these placeholders, just made these placeholders for this binder for when I like unstuff it to get some of the stuff back to my bank for safekeeping. So I might just make some in like the smaller size, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. So pretty soon I think I am going to switch to the smaller size. I liked this last year, but I want to kind of change it up. So for Christmas, I'm doing 60. So when I cash planned for 3 20s when it should have been 2 20s and 2 10s. So I'm really bad about that with this. Let me just split it. So I have 2 10s there, so I'll put the 20 here, and then that will take care of everything. Okay. See, when I switch to the smaller one, the 60 will work, because it'll just be a 60 card. But for now, I'm making this work. I just haven't had time. But I know that I just got an order for one of my rainbow leopard binders, and I think it's a small size. So when I like to kind of like group tasks, it makes it more efficient. So when I'm cutting that, I might just go ahead and throw the print file for the small version of this through my printer and then cut that as well. And the fun thing is, when I do make the smaller size, I'm gonna bling it completely out, or I call it blinging it, but I'm gonna do not only the glitter sparkle cover, but I'm gonna do a sparkle of all these inserts. So that's definitely to come here soon. So I just stuffed 60 in this. So let me move my, whatever you call this, my bookmark to here, because this is where I'm working on this page. So this is done. Love this. It's just, that one's bigger and it doesn't fit into my caddy quite as easy. So that's kind of another reason why I want to swap that one for the smaller one. So I think I'm good on my first page of my cash planner. Just looking at that briefly, and I am. So then let's go into some of my like more different binders. So I believe I am still stuffing this one and a little bit on this one, and then I just have thrown together my holiday binder. So this is definitely a work in progress. I just grabbed some of the holidays I think that I wanted to stuff, so we will be stuffing some of those, and for now it's in my black Alana binder. But let's go ahead and work in these binders and get that done with. So in my 50 envelope, I am stuffing 41, because I think that's the next one to stuff, and it is. So 20, 40, and then the lone single. So that's what this is for. So work it here. Perfect. There we go. So that is done. And now I just tucked it in back into my caddy, and then I'm gonna do my Save 2025 and 2025, and I think I decided that I wanted to stuff a 25. So let's find a 25. There we go, and a 20 and a 5. So we're coming along. I'm just kind of stuffing this randomly. There is like no rhyme or reason on what I'm doing. But it does look like I have quite a few slots stuffed. So I think I caught it up to be done by the end of 2025 if I stuff it on a weekly basis. So this is definitely coming along. Now this binder, and then normally I would also stuff my 5K binder, but I ended up stuffing that as part of an Instagram reel for what would have been this week. So I'm not stuffing that this week. So we're stuffing this though. So Valentine's Day was 50, which I don't know why, because I think I was anticipating having to buy Valentine's cards. So actually I might put that to the side, because I like made the Valentine's Day cards because my kids were really last minute, like, we need Valentine's Day cards, and then they wanted something special. My oldest boy loves the Chicago Bears because that's my husband's favorite team. And then my other son, he wanted that too. So I just printed those out, cut them on my machine, and that worked out. And then our daughter, I kept asking her, I'm like, I need to see the paper to find out what you're doing, because I kept getting like emails about a Valentine's Day party, which would have been today, but it's being delayed until tomorrow. But I didn't get anything on if they're exchanging cards or not. So I'm like, I didn't really want to send her in cards, because first, I don't know how many kids are in her class without that paper and what they're supposed to do and everything like that. So I'm like, I need the paper, and she just never gave it to me. Well, then I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and try and search all over the house and find it. So I did find it, and her Valentine's Day box technically was supposed to be on site Monday. I'm still going to send her in with the box, because I think they like do that so that way if you forget, you have more time for them to like remind you. So we went ahead and got some like red card exchange boxes from Michael's, and I got some like foam stickers and just like let the kids go crazy with them. So they did that last night as kind of like a fun thing, and then I designed her a Valentine's Day exchange card, and so they didn't want them to like write in like the to, they just wanted to say who it was from, which reminds me I need to double check hers to make sure that I did say from her and not to her, but it doesn't matter. So I just threw together something on Canva, and she really liked it, so I print and cut those too. So I didn't really spend anything on Valentine's Day, so I think I'm gonna skip this and not stuff it. So we'll figure out what we want to do with that. I think I might just roll it into Easter. So Easter is getting 60, so 20, 40, 60. So we'll just put 110 into Easter, because Easter is coming up, and I think I was going to end up stuffing quite a bit each time into Easter. So let's just roll Valentine's Day into Easter. That works. And then back to school, I was giving myself 10, because I'm like, we have a decent amount of time still to get what we need for this. So I'm like, let's just start small. And then Halloween is also getting 10. This category definitely snuck up on me. I mean, granted, I was able to make it work, but I'm like, you know what? If I utilized this cute, fun envelope that I have for it, it'll make it easier. And it's fun, so let's do that. And then Thanksgiving, I'm doing 5, because we have a long time, and the holiday meal is an expensive meal, but it's not crazy expensive. So we will stuff $5 in it and get this fun started. And then winter fun is also getting this last 5. And when I'm doing winter fun, I'm thinking of the donation that we give to the light display that we go to every year, that for X amount of a donation, you get a Build-A-Bear animal back. So we tend to do that to get enough for each kid, and then sometimes I want one as well. So that can be a pretty hefty donation that we end up giving. Let's go ahead and get a sinking fund started for that. So that's what that's for. So that is everything that I planned on stuffing today. I kind of juggled things around a little bit, but that works. So I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow when I do my unstuffing for all of the expenses for not this week we're currently in that's happening, but the week before. And then hopefully I'll figure out cash planning for the following week, and then do the expenses and just call it a day. So again, this is kind of like backwards of traditional cash stuffing for this, but I'm just trying to make it work given the situation that I had, trying to catch up, get myself back on track. So thanks for kind of sticking with me through all of this, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye guys.